Man, you already know what it is. Jay Williams, let's live life, and we're back. Damn, I missed y'all, man. It's been a crazy, busy week. Anybody that's got a family or people they care about knows in this lifetime, it's always family first. I love y'all guys, but I gotta appease, please, and play my role and my position when it comes to my family as well as my job. I told y'all Monday, this week in general has been hectic with work. So I took a little time yesterday and took the family to the state fair. Show y'all some pictures. Real fun. Started raining, which is cool with me because I had on fresh shoes and it kept the dust down. But yeah, that's been my week. Did a live Monday night. Couldn't figure out how to do something with the live I was trying to do after I was trying to post it, and I hit cancel, and when I did, it just took the live all the way down. So if you did miss it, thank you for being there. And if you did miss it, catch you next time. Anyways, let's get into why we are here today. My scariest moments in prison. Things that truly shook me to my core. A lot of them aren't going to be what you think. You will see things, deal with things, hear things that you're really not ready for. That in the everyday world, there's a very small chance that you have to ever witness or come across. For me, the situations that shook me to my core most were the ones I never saw coming. Were the ones that were unavoidable. The ones that were outside of my power. I was never the scary type of dude. I'm not King Kong, but I wasn't scary. I wasn't the slouch down dude. I wasn't the guy that was scared to speak his mind or that was scared of the next man. I understand it. He bleeds red just like I do. If he's got a problem with me, my job is to make him bleed before I do. My job is to hurt him and not let him hurt me. It wasn't so much where I was at that scared me. It wasn't the people around me that scared me. It wasn't being locked up that scared me. The scariest part of the whole thought of me being re-locked up would have to be those four walls. Just the loss of my family, being stuck inside that box all day, being told what to do, what I can't do. That's what's scary to me. But there were times that things happened that I didn't know what to do. And in the moment you just kind of sit there like, with your heart beating, palms sweating, sweat beating up on your forehead. You can't think clear. Everything seems hazy, foggy, kind of like you just woke up when those moments appear. Today, we're going to get into some of my scariest moments while locked up. Some of the stuff I don't like sharing, but hey, that's what keeping it real is, man. That's what when you're able to talk about the things that affect you in a negative way in hopes that they'll help somebody else in a positive manner, when you're not afraid of your reality and your truth or speaking on it, it makes you a real one. And that's what we're going to do today. So let's get into things that truly scared me while locked up. You know I'd have seen it. You know I'd have lived it. So let's relive it. I've said this before, and it may be hard to believe for some. I wasn't scared going to prison. I can't remember a time when I went to jail that I was scared. And that's because I started doing this at a young age. Maybe at a young age, I was scared. I don't remember. It was so long ago. I don't remember the feelings or emotions that went through me the first time, I found myself being put with other people because I'd done something bad. But I know that by the time I reached jail and I reached the penitentiary, there wasn't nothing to be afraid of. I had already come to the understanding that you're going to fight. Not everybody's going to get along. You're going to get into disagreements. You're going to get into arguments. You're going to be housed with people you don't like. You're going to be housed around people that have committed crimes that you just can't agree with or come to terms with morally. But when it comes to the feeling of how I felt, there was no fear walking into a new pod. There was no fear of walking into the prison for the first time because I understood. I already knew those emotions. I knew that these are men just like me. Some of them are locked up for much worse things than me. Some of these guys have been on TV. A lot of these guys are killers. A lot of these guys have been down a long time. But for the most part, if you leave them be and don't put yourself in those situations, you're not going to have no situations. Let me rephrase that. You won't have a problem with them. You're still going to find problems from time to time because prison and jail, they're just packed full of trouble. There's trouble. Trouble's going to come find you. But for the guys that are the most dangerous, 9 times out of 10, if you don't mess with them, don't loan, borrow, disrespect, come out your mouth, speak when not spoken to, little simple things, you ain't going to have no problems, right? With today's first story, I'm going to leave the year, the prison, and dude's name out of it just because the sensitivity with the subject. Now, with prisons and jails, what you don't see in the media and what the people in the prisons and jails don't tell you is when somebody has committed suicide. They don't come to you and say, hey, everybody, remember such and such? Yeah, he killed himself the other day. They want to keep this as hush as possible. They don't want these type of things to reach the media. They don't want internal investigations, even though there's going to be, because when somebody dies, they have to call in the state police. They have to call in investigators, homicide. All that has to come in just like they do in the streets. Somebody gets killed in your neighborhood, they call homicide. Same thing in the prison. If somebody's found dead, they're going to call in homicide, and they're going to determine whether it was a homicide or suicide. The prison I'm at the time, I'm going to say a healthy squad of dudes. Everybody I got around me is a solid dude. I come to learn that there is strength in numbers, but I would rather have a couple dudes that I know when shit hits the fan are going to stand tall, 10 toes down right beside me and bump out. You know what I mean? They're going to go at it with me. They're not going to run. I'd rather have that any day than a whole bunch of just followers and dudes around me that talk all day but really ain't going to do nothing. They're not going to bleed for me. They're not going to hurt nobody. I want dudes around me that are like-minded, that are going to do the same things I do. I have the squad of dudes, man, and we're walking the rec yard, and there's this one dude in general that does not live in my building, does not live in my pod, lives in a whole separate building, that is just known for being a troublemaker. Everywhere he goes, you're always hearing his name. He's either fighting with this person or beat up this person or then got beat up by this person. I only knew who he was from being on the yard with him. We're out there, just a typical day. Middle of summertime, hot, no shirts on, walking around. I got on a pair of sweatpants that are cut off at about the knees. Got on my shoes and we're just walking the track. It's so hot out there this day, they got what's called a heat advisory in prison, that they don't even open up the weight pit. There's no sports equipment, no basketballs, no softball bats, none of that. Because it's already so hot, they're telling you, go outside at your own discretion. But remember, you're out there for 2 hours when you get out there. We're not giving y'all no exercise equipment, no sports equipment. It's too hot. If you want to go out and bake, go bake. We're out there in this day, and there's more dudes than I expected to be out there. Usually when it's hot like that, there's been times it's been so hot, I've been on the rec yard and there's been 10 people. Then there's been times it's been so hot, I've been on the rec yard and there's been a couple hundred people. People usually duck that heat. Me and my homeboys are just walking the track, me and 2 other dudes. I see the dude that I'm telling y'all about, that's the topic of this first story. He's the main character in today's first story. And he's walking laps with his homeboys. And this dude is one of those dudes that is just surpassed what ignorant is known as. He's way past ignorant. He's way past stupid. To say he's young and wild would be an understatement. Dude was probably maybe 26, 25, 24 at the youngest. Known for running his mouth, known for being a hothead, always looking for trouble. That's what got his ass landed up in prison to begin with, he was just a troublemaker. Me and my homeboys walk. He's got 3 or 4 of his dudes with him, and they walk past us. It's a typical summer day in the penitentiary. We're doing laps, and they're coming this way, and we're going this way, and we're continuously doing laps. And as they're coming, they're kind of spread out on the track. They're not walking in a group like you're supposed to stick with your group so the next group can walk by you. They're kind of spread out. And I'm talking to my homeboy, and as we're getting closer to each other, I see dude's not paying attention to where he's going. He's just walking and just walking all over the little track, and in the center's a big patch of grass. Well, as we get close, I try to take a couple steps to the right to let that group of them dudes pass on by us. Common courtesy. Nothing scared about it. Just step out the way. I see he ain't paying attention. I step over the right. Dude keeps walking and boom, stumbles right into me. So when he stumbles into me, I just stop. And I stop and stare at him. He's like, damn, dog, you need to watch where you going, right? And keeps it moving. Walks around me. I still ain't said nothing. I'm just standing there looking at him like. He goes on by. I look at my homeboy. My homeboy's like, man, he ain't got no respect. Dude should have said. Like, I guess they kind of, I left them put a battery in my back. They winded me up like a Tinker toy. Damn, bro, homeboy should have said something like, excuse me or something like, just gonna bump into you like that? Mad disrespectful. Like, that's crazy. So like I said, he walked around me after he bumped into me, and I just stand there for a second. It catches on to what he just did, what my homeboy just said. So I turn around, I'm like, yo, what's up, man? You just gonna, disrespect me? Just walk into me? You need to watch where you going, man. You know what I mean? Like, you got the game messed up, bro. Next time you need to say, excuse me or something. He goes from 0 to 100 real quick. Who you talking to? No. Comes rushing back, and my homeboys them step up, and they're like, nah. There's a tower right there. If we get to fighting, there's not as many people in the yard as there usually would be. We're going to the hole. This is a crash and burn mission. This is a dummy mission. He's popping all that fly stuff. My homeboys are telling him, hey, pipe down, man. You're drawing hard right now. Drawing means you're causing other people to look. You're drawing attention. You're drawing. They say, you drawing right now, homeboy. You drawing. I said, look, man, we're not going to stand out here and argue. Like, you can apologize, and we can keep it moving. All you got to do is say, my bad. Or, you know where the corner is, we can go over in the corner. You ain't said, no, I stay in the corner. I stay in the corner. I trash white boys. Let's go in the corner. That white boy comment, do not use my name and the word boy in the same sentence while locked up. Like I've told y'all, boy is derogatory for homosexual, gump, sissy, punk. That's a boy. When you hear somebody say, now he got a boy, don't mean he's got a homeboy. That means he messes with another man. Sure enough, we go over to the corner. Ain't gonna be a whole lot of talking. As people tell him, look, just go over the corner, man. Y'all solve it in the corner. This is all over him walking, not paying attention, and bumping into me. We go over in the corner. We fight. Nothing spectacular. They end up breaking us up because a guard come on the yard, was walking around just doing his little rounds, make sure ain't nobody died of heat exhaustion, because in the summertime, people die from the heat out there and in the building. So a guard comes on the yard. Me and him are still tussling in the corner, just trading punches. We get to a point where we're kind of locked up beside the building, but still swinging. He's telling me, you let me go, I'll let you go. I'm like, no, I'm not. We just keep fighting, right? They see the guard coming, hey, stop. His homeboys, my homeboys, they pull us apart, right? So he was like, we straight? Look at him, I said, yeah, we straight. Next time, watch where the fuck we're going, you know what I mean? That's just how it goes. It ain't got to be somebody gets murdered. It ain't got to be an ongoing thing. You ain't got to get jumped. Had I not had my homeboys with me, good possibility I would have got jumped. Well, this is the afternoon rec. This is the rec we go to when we come back from lunch. Usually starts about 1:30, and then we're outside till about, 3:30, 3:45, and then they feed. That's the rec period that all this took place. We come in from rec. I go back in the building. I hit the shower. I'm sweaty. I'm sticky. Got some bruises on me, a nice size knot on my cheek where he caught me. No big deal. Duck the guards. They're not going to see it. If they see these marks, there's a chance I'm going to get pulled to the side, questioned, put in the hole under investigation. So I try to duck the guards. I'm not mangled, but you can tell that I've got scratches on my neck. I've been fighting. So I duck the guards. I go to chow hall, wear my orange beanie, roll my little orange beanie up, have my homeboy walk beside me, get my tray. Guards don't say nothing to me. I don't get noticed. I eat. I roll out back to the building. We go in for lock that evening. We come out for rec. We have night rec at this point. And night rec starts at about 6:15, 6:30 and goes till 8:30 till it starts getting dark. And then, then they call us in. We come in. We lock down a little bit later for a count. Yada, yada, yada. Typical day, right? When we come out that night at night rec, I noticed there's a lot of gang members piled up. Now, it gets cooler in the nighttime, so more people come outside. But there's a whole bunch of gang members from the building next door and my building over there piled up. And I got my head on swivel because me and dude got to fighting on the last rec period. So you stay on point. I don't know if he feels the type of way. He might have said it's over. I said it's over. But you still want to keep an eye on that man because I did do my thing with him. I put more marks on him than he put on me. And I'm a white dude. So I know 100% people are going to, say slick shit to him. Damn, you let the white dude whoop you like that? Man, he ain't whoop me. You look like you got whooped. Like, I know dudes are going to say shit to him. Your ego comes into play, so you keep a watch on this man. I'm looking around out there, and I'm like, damn, dude ain't even come outside. Like, I must have swole his eyes shut or something. Like, he's ducking night wreck. My homeboys tell me, man, dude's ducking you. But meanwhile, there's a whole bunch of gang members out here, so I know something is going on amongst the gangs. I just don't know what. I go inside. We go back in from night rec. Nothing happened out there that night. Them gang members all piled up, talking, chilling. We get up the next morning, brush my teeth, use the bathroom, wash my face, get dressed, blue shirt on, clip the ID on the pocket, on standby for chow. The guards come inside. This is the following morning. It hasn't been a full 24 hours since me and this dude get to fighting. The guards come inside the pod, and it's like 3 or 4 guards come in, and they have the investigator with them. The investigator is the guy that he investigates. His job is to investigate crimes within the prison. Standing there, they just pop the doors. I come out. I'm sitting at the bench with my homeboy waiting for him to call our pod for chow. And we're just sitting there talking. I hear the door slang. I told you when the door opens, it makes a loud noise. I hear it open, and we look up. I said, shit, here comes the investigators. You got dudes trying to go up and talk to them. You got a whole bunch of little flunky dudes that always, hey, man, I've been trying to get in touch with you, for whatever reason. They're beelining straight towards my cell. I'm sitting over at the benches, and you got my cell back here. I see them go to my cell, and they look inside the door, and they turn around. Williams. Where's Williams at? They've got my face card. They know what I look like. Been here a while. I go ahead, and I'm like, yo, what's up, man? And I stand up. Come here. I come over to the cell. What's up? Go ahead and pack your property. Where am I going? Pack your property. The one officer's got trash bags in his back pockets, pulls them out, hands them to me. Pack all your property. Come with us. I said, where the hell we going, man? You already know what time it is. You're going to the hole. Going to the hole for what? We'll talk some more. Pack your property. So I tell my homeboys and them, they come to the door. Jay, you all right? And the officer tell them, hey, y'all need to move away from the door. Don't be over here. You see we're doing something. Jay, you all right, man? Fuck what they talking about. You all right? Yeah, man, they locking me up. For what? I don't know, man. I'm guessing it's over this fight yesterday. I said, I don't know, man. It's some bullshit. They got, They probably got me mixed up with somebody else. I'll be back. I'm not worried about it. I pack all my stuff up. That's it. Make sure you got everything. That's everything. I said, yeah, that's everything. Don't break my TV, man. All right, turn around. Turn around and handcuff me. Put me in handcuffs. They leave me out the pod. People, all right, Jay, be safe, man. All right, bro. Now, why y'all messing with Jay? Jay, what happened? I don't know, man. Y'all be easy, man. I'll be back. They leave me up out of there. They take me to the hole. They take all my personal property, over the property, store it until I get out the hole, pending the investigation. Days go by. 2-3 days go by. I have no charge. I have no real knowledge. I have the idea of why I'm in the hole, but I don't really know why I'm in the hole. They haven't written me no charge, brought me no charge, just told me you're under investigation. And at the time, you could be under investigation. They've changed the law since then, but you could sit under investigation. I sat under investigation at one point almost a year on a bullshit charge. About 3rd, 4th day rolls around. Investigators show up to my cell in the hole, right? Hey, turn around, present yourself to be handcuffed. So I back up to the door, put my arms, I let them handcuff one hand, put my arms to the door, they handcuff both hands. I turn around, they open the cell, they take me out, take me down this long hallway and sit me in this little room. And I'm sitting there in handcuffs with my hands behind my back, just cuffed. And I was sitting there probably, I want a clock on the wall, but if I had to guess, maybe upwards of an hour before they came in there. They come in and the investigator sits down. He's got a file, thick-ass file with a whole bunch of stuff. He's got all my disciplinary reports, all my infractions, everything I've been written up for in prison, my whole entire prison jacket laying there. And the first thing he tells me is, see, you got an issue with anger. I said, nah. He said, yeah, you got an issue with anger. You definitely got an issue with anger. We can go ahead and cut that shit out. I mean, you're in here on a robbery and malicious wounding charge to begin with being in prison, so you're clearly violent. And your jacket right here shows you've been, busy. I said, man, I just don't tolerate a lot of bullshit. I'm not an aggressor. I don't go looking for trouble. I just don't, react good when it comes to my direction. They asked me, what happened with you and such and such? I'm not going to say his name. What happened with you and such and such? The name they said, I didn't even know, but I knew who they were talking about. I knew dude by his nickname. I didn't know his real name. I said, I don't even know who that is, man. So you could tell me you don't know this person. I said, never heard that name in my life, man. If that's why y'all got me back here, y'all got me back here on some bullshit. I ain't got nothing to do with what's going on. Don't know who that is. Y'all can go ahead and take me back to my cell. Let me grab my little stuff, uncuff me, and take me back to population because I don't know who that man is. Then they say his nickname. Didn't let them see nothing in my eyes. Didn't give in to what they were saying. I said, I don't know nothing. I don't even, who is that? I don't know. He lives in such and such building, in such and such pod. You and him got to fighting on the rec yard after lunch, midday rec. I said, nah. They said, yeah, you got scratches all over. You know what I mean? Them ain't birthmarks. Them ain't tattoos. We can see your tattoos. That's from fighting. You was fighting with somebody. I said, nah, man, that's from horse playing with one of my homeboys in the cell. We was wrestling. Nah, you wasn't wrestling, man. We got a couple different people said that you and old boy got to fight. I said, look, man, what is this all about? Y'all brought me back here and put me in the hole, drug me out of my pod. I've been back here 4 days with no charge. This ain't over fighting. If it was over fighting, y'all would have hit me with a fighting charge. Y'all ain't hit me with no charge. What am I back here for? What did you do to dude to make him hang himself? What? What did you do? Just bit my damn tongue. I said, first of all, I told y'all, I don't know who the hell you're talking about. And secondly, I don't know nothing about nobody hanging themselves, man. I ain't heard nothing about none of that. Like, y'all tripping right now. You got marks on you. He's got marks on him. Everybody said they seen y'all two fight in the corner. We got several different statements saying that y'all got to fighting in the corner. And then, you committed suicide overnight. I'm not going to lie. At that point there, I was scared. Because what they were looking to do was blame somebody for what this nut, no disrespect to the dead, but this dude was a nut, what this dude decided to do in the middle of the night, right? I said, man, I don't know nothing what you're talking about. If you got somebody that'll come to court and say, hey, they saw me fighting, then whatever. But other than that, I ain't got nothing else to say, man. I don't know nothing about nobody hanging themselves. I don't know who this dude is. I don't know nothing about no fight. Like, either do what you're going to do or leave me be, man. Take me back to my cell. Continue your investigation. Eventually, you got to let me back out because I ain't done. They take me back to my cell. I get to chopping it up with a dude on the cell block. Back in the hole. Dude's all the way at the end. I know the dude. He gives me a little rundown. Just bit my tongue again. He gives me a rundown on the dude coming in the hole, on everything they had heard back there, because he was back there the night everything happened. He was back there when all this stuff happened. He had heard things through the guards. So he gives me the rundown on the story. The dude came in, the guard said he was snapping. I'm tired of this shit. Fuck this shit, man. I can't keep doing this. I guess everything I told you, dude was a troublemaker. Dude stayed getting in the fights. Dude stayed in the middle of some shit. All of it come to a head. All of it come to a collective hole. He gets put in the hole, middle of the night, laces up, hangs himself. I said, yeah, I don't know nothing about that, man. Yeah, show you right. Then you get to that, somebody said you something. I said, yeah, I don't know nothing about that. I ain't been to fight with nobody, man. I said, so they got to let me up out of here soon enough. About 2 weeks goes by. They come in, investigators go, we could hit you with the fighting charge, but we know you didn't have anything to do with why he hung himself. A lot of times dudes will apply pressure to somebody after a situation like that. Oh, we can't be on the same yard, homeboy, or I'm going to stick you with this knife. Oh, first chance I get, they start to blah, 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 and just continue with it. I guess that's what they thought I had done. They thought that I kept applying pressure after the fight, made the man fear for his life, and that's why he took his life. They come in, pack up my little bit of stuff I got in the hole, take me over to property, take me out the jumpsuit, put me back in my regular prison clothes. I collect my property. I have a maintenance job. I haven't been hit with a charge. They take me back over to my building. I talked to the unit manager at the building. I said, hey, put me back in my cell, man. You know what I mean? Put me back in there with my cellmate. Well, there's a new dude in there. Well, if y'all go put me back in the same pod, y'all can move that dude up to that cell and put me back in my cell. Like, I don't argue with y'all when y'all ask me to fix shit. Like, put me back in my cell. They take dudes, swap him out of my old cell, put him up on the top tier, put me back in my cell. I can't wait for rec to come on. I need to get out there, see my homeboys, figure out what's going on. And I've already talked to a couple different dudes inside the pod, but I haven't talked to anybody that lived over in that building that knew this guy and really knew what happened. Remember when I told y'all, it's a bad look when you get beat up. It's bad look in general. It's always good to fight. Nobody wants to be the dude that lost. And then on top of it, you got dudes who are going to, dang, you let the white dude beat you up like that. He goes in after we had that wreck that day, locked down for count. Him and the celly. And what everybody's saying is they was arguing behind the fight that you and him got in. You know what I mean? The cellies and they're ragging on him, talking shit to him. Like, damn, dude, whooped you. Just go walk around all whooped on like that, face all knotted up. Dude gets tired of his celly's mouth, punches his celly in his mouth, breaks one of his front teeth. Here's the problem. Here's the catch to the whole breaking his front tooth. His cellmate that he punched in the mouth was a gang member. I'm not going to say a high-rank gang member, but he had some rank inside this gang. He done broke this boy's front tooth. Broke it. When we come out, we're supposed to go to a night wreck and do all that stuff. Dude's already told dude, oh, you're going to pay for this. You're going to die behind this right here. Like, you ain't safe no way. You knocked my tooth out. He couldn't beat the dude one-on-one. The dude that got his tooth knocked out, you got your tooth knocked out. Ain't no point continuing to try to fight, get the other one knocked out. So with his tooth knocked out, he's done told him, like, man, you a dead man. Like, once you get out in population, as soon as we hit the yard, like, you already know what's going to happen, bro. You done lost your damn mind. Punch me in my shit, knock my tooth out. Like, you as good as dead, man. You can't step nowhere inside the prisons in this state. You dead, bro, straight up. Everybody comes out their cells after the count, getting ready, do whatever. Dude goes to the booth and tells him he fears for his life. It's supposed to be this dude that makes all this noise, disrespectful, young, ignorant dude, always popping, fly, always fighting. Now, there's a lot of gang members inside that pod where he lives. He can't even so much as come out and go sit down because within the first few minutes, he's going to be attacked. As soon as this dude comes out of his cell, he goes to tell the other gang members, dude, that knocked my tooth out. Like, he's going to give them orders on what to do. The dude goes to the control booth and tells them he fears for his life. You got an option at this point. You can either face what's coming to you like a man, or, hey, this is too much, man. I'll fight one-on-one, but I can't fight, 100 people, man. They're going to kill me. They tell me I'm doing this. I fear for my life. They take the man, put him in the hole. Fears for his life. To the hole you go. He tells him what happened. Tells him me and him got to fighting. Tells him he knocked his cellmate's tooth out. Tells him now this gang is going to kill him if he goes back on the yard. He's got to be shipped. Well, at the time, they weren't doing no major shipping like that, especially just because you were scared. They were going to hold you in the hole for a little bit, then they're going to release you back out in the population. And with the gang striving so much and doing so much, they were coming in and forcing dudes out the hole. Look, you're going back to a building. The only way you're staying in the hole is if you swing on one of us. Punch one of us and you stay in the hole. Otherwise, you got to go. Once he realized that it would only probably be 30 days, they were going to push him right back out on the yard. When they told him that night, nah, you're going to go back on his yard. And these are just regular officers. These aren't investigators. Some these might have been rookies, trainees. These could have been just whoever's that told him, nah, there ain't no PCing up. You know what I mean? We don't do that back here. Your ass is going back out in that yard in about 30 days. So you better get your ducks in a row, getting ready for whatever's coming your way, because you're going to have to face it. Like I said, he told the officers about everything. That night, for whatever reason, it could have been everything compiled as one that he had been through. All the fighting he had done since he was locked up. I don't know how much time he had. Could have had a rack of time, and that could have been getting to him. But for whatever reason at night, he took his sheets, tied them up, made a rope out of them, hung them from the sprinkler, hung himself in the hole. That situation shook me to my core. Because what they were looking to do is they were looking to put that body on somebody. They were looking to me and say, you applied too much pressure and now a man is dead. And some way or another, we're going to find a way to hit your ass with a charge for something. You did something. I never admitted to anything. Sad the man lost his life like that. Sad he took his life. But was I scared when I realized that a 10-year bid could possibly turn into a life sentence behind something I hadn't done? That they were trying to attach me to this? And a lot of it had to do with they don't want to take no blame. Why weren't officers doing rounds? How did he have enough time to do this? Why didn't nobody see this coming? He told y'all about this beforehand. He should have seen mental health. Instead of doing all that, they want to say it's his fault. Damn right that scared me. When I realized that they had me wrapped up in a suicide and was trying to some way, make it seem like I played a part in it. Yeah, that'll scare you. Going from 10 years to never going home, yeah, that'll scare you. After I came back from talking to investigators, found out old boy hung himself and I was sitting in my cell, my heart was beating out my chest. Because I know how easy it is to get locked up for something you didn't do. I know that whatever they say, whatever their final call is on the matter, is what's going to happen. And if they say I applied too much pressure, or I threatened him, or I sent people at him, and that's the reason he did that, because he was too scared to go back into population, or that he just couldn't deal with the pressure that I applied on him, then you already know I'm going to go down for it. Scared the shit out of me. Sure, when you seen the title of today's video, wasn't what you were expecting. The scariest things aren't always the other guys. He bleeds just like I bleed. Well, I'm going to be scared of him. Scary things not the gangs and all that. You see that every day. You become used to that. It's the unknown. It's them coming at you, trying to put something on you didn't do. That's scary. Having to make that phone call home and tell your people, hey, look, I'm about to be going back to court. Yeah, they're trying to say I'm responsible for this. Yeah, I might never come home. That's scary. Knowing you have a release date and when that release date is, people out there that need you, family members, loved ones, and knowing that you've let everybody down and that the place you're currently at is about to go from being a short-term 10-year living arrangement to possibly never going home again. You can't imagine how scary that is. And the scariest part being, you ain't killed nobody. You ain't done nothing to have that happen to you. Had I took somebody's life defending myself, banged somebody up because it was mutual combat, and I had done something, hey, my heart wouldn't have been beating like that in the hole. Because at the point that I do something, the thing about me is I'm a man and I'm willing to wear mine. But you start trying to put something on me that I ain't responsible for, oh man, that's a whole nother level of fear. Stay tuned tomorrow for part 2. I have missed you guys and I'm glad to be back. We're going to crank these out all week. Keep them rolling. Y'all going to love part 2 of times that scared me the most when I was locked up. Got to get back to the grind. Y'all already know. But anyways, these prisons, detention centers, these facilities, these jails, they're all just crazy worlds inside of this already crazy world we live in. And as always, y'all know what I'm doing. Just trying to keep y'all entertained. Are you not entertained? And like always, this is Jay Williams. Let's live life. And to all my real ones, and there are some real ones watching, because y'all still watching me. And y'all know how we do. Salute.